New videos every day.
Hey, I'm CP. I'm a physical therapist and I work at Champion Performance Physical Therapy. Today we're going to be talking about flat feet or overpronation, if that's what you've heard from your doctor or your podiatrist. I had a recent video that got a lot of comments and generated some feedback that said you guys really wanted a follow along. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take Lauren, our model. She has awesome flat feet. I mean, poor thing. And we're going to see if we can't give her some ways to help correct that and really create an exercise that engages the arches in a way that you can do at home with literally a pen and a penny. I'm going to use a quarter today so it shows up on the floor. Okay, so you guys are going to follow along with Lauren, so you stay standing. I'm going to be down here trying to explain a little bit about the details of what I want you to do with the exercise. And so first thing you can do is just start marching in place. Just get some tissue moving, blood flow moving, because this really isn't just about the feet. This is about how the feet impact the ankle, the knee, the hip, and the back. And if you have flat feet, that can cause pain and injury at any of those places along this kinetic chain, we call it. Beautiful, and stop. Once she stops, she just goes into her most natural position of her feet. This is where you can tell Lauren, poor thing, has very flat feet. In this position here, I drew a black dot on a bone called her navicular. In the medical world, we basically decide how bad your feet are flat by how close this bone gets to the ground. And we can actually measure that, with a ruler or an instrument that tells us that. So if I were asking Lauren to make her arch for me, I'm asking her to engage those muscles. You can see how that dot just moved and how that bone moved away from the ground. That's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do today. So first, when we talk about pronation, pronation is something sometimes genetically you have, you can thank your mom or dad, or sometimes it's just weakness over time. The arch muscles are just like any other muscle in the body. If you train it, they will improve in strength. If you do not use it, you lose it. And you've heard that saying over and over again. So for those of you who do have orthotics, orthotics are a way for us to help minimize some of the stress of the foot in a way that is artificial. What I'm suggesting is that you use this exercise to help enhance or to possibly help relieve and alleviate the need for those orthotics if you can really tap into the muscles of the arch that help with that activation. Especially, you guys have probably heard recently that people get great benefit from, barefoot running or minimalist running. That's what they're basically trying to get back to, is using those intrinsic muscles and the arch muscles of the feet in a more natural way. And so, of course, for that, whole nother video, by the way, you've got to be able to be trained. This is just the bare basics for those of you who really struggle with even just holding what we call a neutral position of the foot. And that's where this exercise comes in. So this is something you want to kind of follow every day. This is something you can do that's not going to create a lot of soreness usually. And so it's something that you want to create as a new habit for yourself. So first with Lauren, we'll take the most simple position of this is to take the pen and the penny. Again, in this instance, I'm going to use a quarter so you can see it. It goes under the joint of the big toe, the coin does. That is to give her some input so that she wants to stay pressing down on the coin. The pen will go under the actual arch. And what it's going to do is try and give her some feedback on how to activate those muscles to raise the arch up to get off the pen, but remain pressure on the penny or the coin. And so what you're trying to do is not let the foot open up and go completely off to the side. So open up a little bit. This is not what I want. I don't want your foot to come off. I really want you to engage the muscles, pushing the penny down and trying not to touch the pen. This is really difficult to do for people, especially like Lauren, who have a significant navicular drop. So how hard is this for you? Challenging. The other thing I want you to notice too is I really want to make sure that you always keep the knees slightly bent. You don't want to lock out while you're doing this exercise. So now let's start phase 1 of the pen penny exercise. You've placed your penny under, you've put your pin in the arch, and now Lauren's just going to attempt to engage the arch muscle. She can hold that maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds. See if she can actually get off of that pen. The pen is there to give you some feedback. And then now relax. You can see when she relaxes, she actually collapses onto this pen and it moves up. That's going to give her some feedback during the exercise. Now try it again. Get off the pen. Keep squishing that coin. Keep squishing that coin. Perfect. She's got it right now. You're just trying to find the muscle at this point. You probably have no idea how to engage this. It's like somebody asking you how to wiggle your ears for the first time, or pat your head and rub your belly. It's very neurological. You really want to try and get the brain engaged at this point. The other thing you don't want to do is really get to where you're scrunching those toes up. You don't want your toes to turn white or flex or stick up in the air, because those guys are of course going to try and help you get this done. Again, those are not the muscles you're trying to activate here. You really want to look at this medial arch right here, taking this bone and taking it away from the floor. That's what the pen will inspire. So now if you think you've found those muscles, now we're going to do this together where you're actually going to engage and release following the rules. So Lauren, come off that pen, but here she is coming off that coin again, so try and find it. There you go. And remember, you're coming off the pen. Do not get off that coin and do not scrunch those toes up. Just try and create this picture of this bone coming from the ground up. And then relax. Here she goes back to her normal, and then engage again. There it is. You can do 3 to 5 seconds if you'd like, and then relax. So you want to see that you start to get repetitions of this that become easier for you to do. So now we're going to switch to the other side, but I'm going to have Lauren turn around so you can actually see what's happening in the back. So I'll take this, flip around. I drew some lines on here so you can kind of see where these edges are. And we just did that right foot, so now we're going to do this left foot. I'm going to place this under there. You can step out just a little bit. There you go. Pen goes under. Again, we're looking for this bone to come off the floor, so go into your normal position. There she is. There's that flat position. And get that pen close enough so that you can continue to adjust your foot if it kind of scoots away from you, because those of you who do have arches that fall as far as Lauren's do, you might have trouble with the pen. So check out this line in the back. You'll be able to kind of see as she engages again. So we go up, get that arch involved, push that penny off that pen, and then back down. You can see how that changes back there for her. And then we go again, and then back down. And so she's definitely starting to find it. See how she's having a better time trying to stay on that coin. And you can do the same. If you have trouble in the beginning, don't worry about it. Just keep practicing it. Sometimes too, when you get a little bit better, you can start to hold that arch, the exercise, for a little bit longer. See if you can hold it for a period of time, maybe 10 to 20 seconds before you start to get fatigued. Occasionally you might cramp up a little bit. That just means stop, shake the foot out, march again if you need to, get some more movement involved, and then try it again. All right, so now that we've found this muscle again, let's do it a few more times. I'm gonna have Lauren engage, get off this pen. Beautiful, we'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and then back down, and then engage again. 3, 2, 1, and back down, and then engage again. This time I want you to see if you can hold it up there, Lauren. See if you can hold it, hold it, hold it. Kind of fight the urge for gravity to want to pull this down. Hold it, hold it. And at this point, if you start cramping or you're just feeling like some burning, great, go ahead and stop. So you can challenge yourself in this position if you want. Okay? So next, once you think you've mastered this, where both feet are on the ground and you've really been able to target this arch muscle, you've been able to keep the bone down on the penny and lift the pen and find those guys and be able to repeat that and be able to sustain that hold for maybe 20 to 30 seconds. Now you're ready to kind of move on. Now the body will demand a challenge, right? It always kind of wants the next best thing. So for that, if I wanted to challenge Lauren in this position now I'm going to take away some of her stability. So I'm going to take this leg away. I'm going to give her big toe so she gets to kind of have a little bit of balance help. But now you can see some of these muscles really starting to engage now that I've taken that away. I'm going to ask her to always keep a slight bend in that knee. Get these guys engaged, and look at one of these guys really trying to struggle hard here. Now she's coming off this penny, so she's got to really try and find how to press through that but not drop down on this. So again, this is much more challenging. The system is going to be taxed from a balance perspective, from a neurological perspective, really brain trying to talk to these muscles a little bit more. Remember, if you haven't used these for a long time, or again you have an orthotic that's kind of helping you support that, those muscles will be weak and atrophied, and that's when you want to kind of start to try and help them get engaged so that it can just be an adjunct to your orthotic wear. Or again, if you're trying to move into working or exercising with a minimalistic shoe or something like that, this would be another great way to advance these muscles and target that zone. And here we go. She's going to try a few, just a 3, 2, 1 if she can. She's fighting it, and then relax. There you go. And then try it again. Get up. There you go. Keep pushing down. And then relax. So again, just from this position, if you guys are on carpet, you won't have so much trouble with the pen. Here, it's just a nicer way to be able to kind of film this for you. Good. So in this position too, let's just say just keeping the big toe down is too difficult. You can always cheat a little bit more. I'm totally fine with cheating as long as you get the concept of what's happening to the foot you're working on. So if Lauren needed to put a little bit more of her foot down, I would let her do that. But I want her to challenge it first. Try the hard one. See if you can figure it out, even if it just takes a little bit of time. And then if you're really struggling with it, then you can kind of cheat a little bit more. The more weight you put on this foot, obviously the easier this will be. But if that's what you need, I'm totally great with that. So here we turned Lauren around again, just so you guys can see this from the back. Remember to take a look at this line back here and see how she's actually changing this. And then here's her cheat foot. Again, she's going to try that big toe first. If she can't, she can put a little bit more of her foot down. But I'm looking for this again, off the pen, squish the penny. And she's actually getting it. There we go. And up. There you go, better one. And then relax it, see what happens. Good, and then up again. There it is. That's a great one right there. Hold it, and then relax it. And then for this last one, let's just see if you can hold it up there for a little chunk of time. Stay on that big toe. Keep this knee slightly bent. Perfect. She's got it. Good. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate your time. Favorite this video, and make sure if you're working on this, come back, visit it every day till you feel like you've gotten this down. If you'd like more information, you can go to my website. It's www.cp-pt.com. Also, if you have comments, please leave them for me. Let me know if this is helping you. If you want some more advanced exercises, we will have a couple of other videos coming. If this gets easy, that you'll be able to kind of progress this into some more difficult penny exercises. So thank you guys again for your time. See ya.